Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of This is Karika podcast. Here today, I'm joined by Yukis, my good friend. So, how are you today, Yukis?
I'm great, thanks. The sun is shining. There's maybe minus 25 outside,
Oh, it's cool.
and tomorrow we are having a match again. So everything is really good.
Yeah,
How are you?
thank you. I'm very good. Good day here, just rainy. So it's good that you got your sunny days back, man. Sunshine
Yeah,
every day.
yeah,
So it's
yeah. But it's really cold. I went out with Bebo,
Mm-hmm.
and after like 20 meters, she asked me to carry her back to home because it was so cold for
For her.
for
Yeah,
her face.
yeah. So now I'm happy for you. You got your sunny days back, man. Um.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hopefully, sunny days will be back for Fenerbahce as well. Because having very tough days, tough times for the club and its fans. Unfortunately, we are out of the Turkish Cup after losing Ümraniyespor twice. And the sad thing, of course, we should have won against Ümraniyespor and knock them out of the Turkish Cup,
Yeah.
which should have been normal. But unfortunately, we couldn't even have scored one goal against Ümraniyespor, which is very sad because you got your players on the pitch. You played with your senior team, and
Yeah.
you used your best players, but wasn't you weren't even able to score one goal against a second division team. So this is very sad, and this shows how bad things are going on in the club, unfortunately. But there's nothing but believing, So I think we have to keep believing in the team, in the coach, as and
Yeah.
in the Fenerbahce boards. But of course, Ali Koç did some mistakes as well. Because I think Komoli. What do you think about him, man? Because there are many bad comments about Komoli on the social media. The fans aren't very happy with him. So what are your thoughts about him?
Well, I weren't really excited when we signed him because his record at his previous teams hasn't been too good.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm not. I don't want to,
You don't want to be
be
negative for the
negative.
first time.
Yeah, I think we need to be positive, but I think we have done some really bad transfers.
Too.
I think most of our transfers has been quite bad. Of course, there are some good ones, especially maybe for the future, like
Exactly.
Berke and
The
and
good
the
thing
others,
about the good
Berry
thing
and
about Komoli is he brought some young stars, who has like very good future in my opinion, like Berke Özer, Ferdi Kadıoğlu. Especially there's two bright futures if they have some playing times of I believe.
yeah.
Besides that, I think as you said, Komoli did very bad transfers, actually really bad transfers, because when you check Islam Slimani's stats, almost, to be not almost, every Fenerbahce fans are mad at him, I just checked his stats. He has played 22 games, just scored 4 goals and none assists, 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really terrible stats. And the thing
Yeah.
he got chances, we can't say that he didn't get the balls that he wants. He got the balls, he had chances, but most of the time he misses,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. He unfortunately he looks like hopeless. He
Yeah.
just there's no way he's gonna score a goal.
Yeah,
But
he
maybe
gets the
if
ball,
he
he gets the
score
ball in the
one or
box.
two.
Yeah, he can score.
Yeah.
Somehow he gets the ball in the box, but he misses some easy goals. Which he should have scored some. I can't even believe how he has missed this. When you watch the game, you say how you missed.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I think many just Sunday League players would have scored from
Even my
his.
4-year-old niece can score that goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
But we have to give some credit for him to find himself in those opportunities that like he's moving quite well. He's moving to the right places for his teammates to assist him, and he's working hard. And I don't think he's in any way a bad player for the team morale or anything, but he just cannot score. That's something he should do a bit more. Like, I think he should have at least 10, 15 goals for us.
Yeah,
with those chances.
Yeah, I was expecting him to score. Like when we first signed him, I had doubts actually, because, well, I knew Suleimani even before the Premier League, before Leicester City. He's a good striker. That's why Leicester City signed him. But the thing, I had doubts. I was afraid that he would fail. So which happened, we can say, which is happening actually.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Just there are like even some fans saying that send him away. Send him back to Leicester City. And I believe he got the chance. And now I know Arsenal sees that. I mean, maybe it's time to do another chance, like give Soldado more chances, because I think Soldado is more like more technical player than Slimani.
Definitely,
Tackling and finishing is, I think, a little bit better than Slimani. And
he has great
we've seen that the goal he scored against Bursaspor in the league. The beautiful bicycle goal Soldado scored. So I mean, I think Soldado should be the starter over Slimani and Frey. And about Frey, another striker, he's a fighter, and I think he's about to be like injury prone, because he's injured again. So it seems like he's in trouble with injuries, and at the age of 24, this is not good. I hope somehow he will get fit and will not face any injuries. And I wish him the best, and I wish him the very quick recovery, because he will be. He's the good thing. Like, he doesn't give up.
Yeah.
Even he's on the bench, he works hard to get the shot on and do something for the team. So very good. And the good thing is not like old football. He's 24. He still has a way to go. So I believe if Frey stays fit, it will be very useful for us.
Yeah, he can be good, like a backup striker. I don't think, as much as I have seen him, I don't think he can ever score like 15 goals a season. He's not that good, but he can be a good backup striker. So he reminds somehow, I don't know, he's a bit like Janssen.
Yeah. But I mean, I can't compare him to Janssen, because Janssen was very much, definitely a bit better striker in my opinion. And Janssen was strong, and his finishing is, I think, better than Frey. So I will definitely pick Janssen over Frey. But I think Janssen currently is not doing well. I mean, he doesn't even in the squad for Tottenham. I think he plays for Tottenham under 23s or 24s. So, but now we got Frey, and he doesn't earn very huge money.
Yeah, and that's why I think
the point why we are facing with this money and financial fair play problems with UEFA. So it's good to have a player like him on the bench. As you said, he will be a very good backup player.
Yeah.
So do you think now Frey is injured, and Soldado is like, we can say he's a player who could get injured as well? He can get injury prone too, and he's 34-year-old, and we know Slimani is unfortunately not doing well.
Yeah.
So do you think we need to sign a striker before the transfer window is closed?
Well, I do, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
You want one?
Yeah, but I'm not too confident that it's gonna happen, because everything happens so slowly now.
Yeah.
Luckily, we got Victor Moses, which I think will be a good signing for us, especially for 18 months.
Yeah, we have things to talk about him too. Yeah. Good transfers. So yeah.
But everything else is just like it's like going slow motion,
But the time is running fastly.
Yeah, because I think especially in our situation where we were standing, we should have done transfers really quickly, like we did with Sadik.
Yeah.
We should have gotten many players before the the winter break is over, so they could have trained already with the team. But now, now we are out of cup, and at least we are in Europa League, and
That's what we got.
we still have lots to play in Super League. So
we got. Yeah, but I think the things are going slowly because of like having financial problems. That's the reason I believe. Because Fenerbahce is a very big club. One of the best teams in the Turkey. Is a historical club. So every player would like to like take this adventure. But unfortunately we are like in bad situation, especially financially. So this is why I think things are going slowly. This shouldn't happen. Yeah, this shouldn't happen because before, like there were rumors about some players linked with Fenerbahce, and the 2 days or 3 days later the transfer would happen, because before we didn't have that much financial problems, but because of this then we got into these problems as well. So I think we need to sign another striker, but I don't know how they will do that. And last striker we were linked with was Balotelli, and you didn't like him. You didn't want.
I'm really glad he went to Marseille.
Yeah.
Marseille,
I was about to say that you didn't
get rid of him.
Yeah, you didn't want this to happen, so you must be happy because he has joined to Marseille, and he has scored on his debut. So I don't know, Yukis, man. Maybe.
Yeah, he can do it, but every single team he goes wants to get rid of him really quickly. For example, no one wanted him from his previous club.
Yeah. The thing about definitely Balotelli is a great striker. Very. I think so, but his problem is his social life. Out of football. I think, and he doesn't like working hard. I believe so because I have seen his video on the training. Everybody was working and he was watching them lying on the pitch. So I think that's what his problem is. That's why his previous clubs didn't want to keep him.
Yeah,
but
and
the boy is talented. I believe so.
Yeah, he's talented, but for scoring so little, he has gotten so much attention and publicity. If normal player would score like him, no one would give up anything. No one would be interested. But just because he is Balotelli, people are still interested about him.
Yeah. So while we are talking about the transfer rumors, let me say about the latest transfer rumor about Fenerbahce. We have many midfielders, and still it looks like Arsenal still wants another midfielder. So, and last name we are linked with is Rafael Veiga from Palmeiras, the 23 years old Brazilian attacking midfielder. The rumors say Fenerbahce want to get him on loan with an option to buy. So I just checked him. I haven't heard about him before. He has been linked to Fenerbahce, so the boy looks good. But you can't really decide if a player is very good or not from YouTube videos. This is another problem with today's transfer rumors. So if you check Slimani on YouTube, he's the best striker in the world. But when it comes to real life, he's like, nah, I don't want him. So Rafael Veiga, have you checked him before, Yukis? When you see?
No, I haven't because the thing that like last transfer window and this transfer window, I haven't been so eager to check the players because I have felt that it's not going to happen anyways.
Yeah.
so I haven't checked him, but I will check if the rumors will get stronger and yeah, some players we have been quite lucky with all the Brazilian players.
Yeah, true.
If he's Brazilian.
All Brazilian players did well for Fenerbahce, so that's why I feel like much positive about this guy.
Yeah, I think Brazilians and Portuguese players they do well in Super League.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like we got Portuguese players like Raul Meireles, Bruno Alves, Nani. So all did well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think we need another midfielder? Do you think our problem is in the midfield?
Well, of course, if the one we get has something else to offer that our midfielders doesn't, then I would be open for that. But anyways, I wish that Elmas will be the starter for
Yeah,
the whole
same.
season because I want him to progress and to get better.
Yeah, he has to play to keep improving himself.
And I would like to see Jailson also playing.
Yeah.
I like Ekiji as well. I don't know, Benzi.
Ekich is a beast if he stays fit.
Yeah, we have some quality, but we just I think it will take some time to get it work.
Yeah, true.
And we need these fast wingers, fast strong wingers and striker. So we could play the Ersun Yanal style.
True. Yeah.
That's the important thing. And we have to just somehow stop giving those easy opportunities to opponents. Like, for example, last league game, I think Isla gave at least 4 or 5 times the opponent the ball in really dangerous.
In Arsenal tactics, wingers work hard. Wingers has to go on. Go to attack and go to back. So, because when he has won the league with Fenerbahce. And we were playing very attacking football because our wingers were keep going attacking.
Yeah.
So by the way, did you know Juventus and Parma were after Martin Skrtel? Yeah. So I
heard about it, and also I heard about Barcelona was also.
Yeah, we have already have already problem in defense, and we have already problem in like striking position too. So I can't even imagine if we really let Skrtel go. I don't know what will we do without him too, because the man is definitely, I believe, the best player we have right now, Martin Skrtel. And
probably.
But I just seen that Juventus have signed Caceres from Lazio, so I think Juventus now aren't very interested in Skrtel. But I don't know much about Parma or something. I mean, I wouldn't blame Skrtel if he wants to leave. I can't really blame him. The man, always does his best, and definitely a beast. It will be very difficult for us to replace him, especially when we are in the problem with UEFA.
Yeah, because anyways we wouldn't get any money for him. Maybe million, 1.5 million, and then who can we get with that money?
Yeah,
no one.
No, definitely, I agree. So Yukes, let's talk about tomorrow's game. We are going to face Yeni Malatya Spor, Sadek's former team, and they are definitely doing very well. They are third in the Turkish Super League, while we are 16th. I mean, that would have been like the different one. We should have been in maybe at least third. They would have been the 16, but they play very good football. And last 3 games in the Super League against Malatya Spor, we have won 2 of them and lost 1. And everybody knows that we are in bad form. And last 13 games, we just only managed to win 1 of them. 8 draws, 4 losses, and last 6 matches we got 4 draws and 2 losses. So I mean, comparing to Yeni Malatya, it looks like we are going to have a very, very tough game. So what do you think so?
Yeah, definitely. It's not going to be easy. But if only we could score in those first 45 minutes few goals, like in the last games, the first 45 minutes we have been really good. We have created lots of chances, but we just haven't scored. So I think if we would score those 2-3 goals in the first 45 minutes, we wouldn't have any problem. Then we would score a few more in the second half. But if we continue to waste our chances, it's not going to be easy. Malatya Sport, they have scored 12 goals more than us this season in the league, and they have only lost once in last 15 games. So they are not a joke.
Yeah,
It's not going to be easy.
Yeah,
But I hope if the stadium will be full,
I hope
and
so. Yeah, we need the
the support will be good.
Yeah,
I think we have really good chance to win it.
Yeah, we need the support from the fans, and we have similar faces in Malatya as well. Yeni Malatya, Barış Alıcı and Yiğitan Güveli. Yeah, Barış is on loan from Fenerbahçe, so and he scored on his debut for Yeni Malatya and managed to make an assist. So and probably he will start against us tomorrow. Yiğitan is injured, so I don't think he will be in the squad. So do you think it will be a emotional game for Barış Alıcı? He is already with us for just 6 months maybe, but he will be facing against his club because he's on loan.
Yeah, definitely. It's not going to be easy for him, but it's not going to be easy for us either. If he's on his best, he can be a really, really dangerous player.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Of course, I hope him. Everything good for him, but tomorrow I hope he will not be too successful.
Yeah, and our biggest problem is we will not have Şukatel tomorrow because he's suspended. Yeah. He has shown that card in the last Turkish Cup game, so he will not be playing tomorrow, I guess so. And this will be...
that's a big miss.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's going to be Sadik and
you think
Roman
or Reyes?
Probably Roman.
Yeah, he got much more experience comparing to Reyes. And I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Reyes. He's just disappearing, Not really seeing that. He doesn't even play in Turkish Cup games, And I don't. Maybe probably. We would send him at the end of the season.
Yeah, he's just probably not good enough.
His physique, I think, is
all the fans said that he's bad.
Yeah, he's bad. And he has problems with injuries as well.
Yeah.
And I think his physique isn't really for Turkish Super League.
Yeah.
Physically, he's not good enough for the league, because if you play in defense, you have to have good physique. The best example is Şukatel, Bruno Alves. Yeah, those type of defenders can do well in the Turkish Super League.
Yeah, Turkish league is really physical, so I don't think he really has a bright future with us, but I hope I'm wrong. But it was a bit weird signing in the first place.
Yeah, but fans had huge expectation from him, because you are signing a footballer from Porto, So this is another problem for our fans, for us, because when we sign a footballer, we have too much expectations, So when he fails, we feel we are not ready for this,
Yeah.
So I think Roman and Sadik will be playing for the first time together. And do you think it will be a problem for them and for us?
Well, considering how Roman has been playing this season, I think we're gonna face some problems.
Roman had his best season last year. Best year, he was at his best last season, and unfortunately he is not really in shape this year. And he was saying he wants to improve himself. I hope he improved, so he has something to show to Fenerbahçe fans. And tomorrow, I guess Volkan will start, as Harun is still injured, and Frey is injured as well. And I believe Soldado will start over Slimani. And
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, let's hope tomorrow we will get a win, and we will get in form after Malatya game. Definitely will be a very, very tough match, as Yeni Malatya are in very good form. They play very beautiful football. Respect to them, because they are third in the league. It is not something very common, for the
Yeah.
for the mid-table teams. And as I said, I hope we will get a win.
Yeah, I think we are going to win. There's just have to be some point where this changes for the better, and we have been creating those chances. So if Soldado is starting, he will score one or two if we get those chances to him. I'm quite sure about it. And I'm not sure if Victor Moses will play tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll
but if he
transfer. I was about.
Yeah, but if he does, I think he wants to show all the fans how good he is, and it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, the club Fenerbahce have completed the signing of Moses from Chelsea on loan for 18 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's 28-year-old. We all know Victor Moses from the Premier League because last year, he was a starter for Chelsea. He's played really lots of games, and he can play as right back, right winger, striker, left winger, like very option. Yeah, and this is very good.
Like Dirk Kuyt.
Exactly. Yeah, he's like Dirk Kuyt, and I'm sure Arsenal is happy with this transfer because he's a player where you can use in most of the positions on the pitch.
Yeah.
And I believe, I wasn't really expecting us to sign a name like Moses, because he's famous. We can say he's a star, and maybe not very big name, but definitely is a big name. So it's a good transfer. To be honest, as I said before, I wasn't really expecting him to join us, but somehow we managed to get him on loan from Chelsea, and some rumors say he's going to start tomorrow against Yeni Malatya. I'm not sure if he's ready yet because he hasn't been playing not for this season. He hasn't really played much times, so I don't know. Maybe he's not ready to start, but I believe he will definitely get some minutes on the pitch tomorrow against Yeni Malatya, and very, very exciting to see him playing for us. And so what are your thoughts about Moses?
Yeah, he's a great player. The type of player I like a lot. Hard worker. Really like. His teammates are always saying how good guy he is. He's a leader. He has won trophies. I think he's great, and he's at his best age, 28. Yeah. I think that's when the players are usually at their best, at their peak, and. Like you said, he was really good for Chelsea last season and season before that. I think, even if you, like, for example, like we were talking about those YouTube clips, but, even if you check the comments, below those clips, most of people are even saying, like, that under Conte, he was best wing back in the world.
Yeah, true.
Like he's a perfect player.
Maybe Conte's favorite player at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, some fans.
So I think he's a really good transfer. And 18 months loan, it's great. Yeah. 6 months loan, I wouldn't have I think it would have been bad business. Yeah. But 18 months, he's now a player for us for a bit longer. Yeah. So that's always good. We can build on him.
Some Chelsea fans say they will miss him though. Definitely a very good player, as you said. He was a beast under Conte, and maybe he was Conte's favorite player at Chelsea.
Yeah.
The good thing about him, and as you say, he's 18-month loan, so the fans are very happy with him, and I believe he will do his best for Fenerbahce. And you don't need to check YouTube videos about Moses because you already know him. If you watch Premier League, if you watch Chelsea, if you follow Chelsea, you know how good he is. So good to have a player like in his class, and they say Josef Yobo, he has a huge role for him to join Fenerbahce, he's a former Fenerbahce defender.
Yeah.
And he has talked to Moses. He told him about the city. He told him about the club, you know. And some say the rumors say Yobo told Moses not to check Fenerbahce's current situation because it's a big club and they're one of the best teams in Turkey, in Europe. And thank you, Yobo, for helping us to get a play. It's good to have references, you know, in football. When you have,
Indeed.
like the coach did same thing for us on one person transfer, you know. Let's talk to one person to go to Turkey, go to Fenerbahce. So it's good to have references, and so I just want to thank Josef Yobo for keep supporting us, you know, somehow, even out of the field. He does love Fenerbahce, and he does support the club. He does his best for the team.
Yeah, and also thanks for Emenik if the rumors are true. He also said good things about Fenerbahce.
He's Nigerian too. Yeah, thank you both of our former players, Emenik and Yobo. They both were good players for us. Maybe Emenike's fans weren't happy with him, but under Arsenal, Emenike was a beast. You know, the best player. He was at his best. You know.
Yeah.
He was the best player we had this season. So.
And you know, he still has a Fenerbahce picture in Instagram. I think his profile picture.
Yeah. Maybe he wants to come back.
Fenerbahce's shirt.
Maybe he wants to come back. Who knows? So yeah. Thank you, Ikis, for joining me. It was a good episode. It was nice to have you and talk to you again over the most beautiful club in Turkey, Fenerbahce.
Yes.
And we wish the best against Yeni Malatya Spor. Tomorrow I hope we will get a win and we will start getting some points. And I hope we will see sunny days like you see right now in Finland.
Yeah, we will. It's just a matter of time, and you know, it's always better to believe in, you know, good. You know, before every match, I still want to believe we're gonna win and we're gonna play better.
No doubt. We always believe in the team, believe in the board, believe in the, you know, players. Because if you don't believe, you will not get the success you want. You know, you just need to support the team, whatever happens, and the fans. I hope the Fenerbahce fans stay united. You know, this is what we need right now. We need to stay united. So we don't need to, you know, support names. We need to support the team. You know, because Fenerbahce will live on forever, but the names will just come and go. You know. Yeah. But Fenerbahce will stay on forever. So we need to stay united and support the team. That's what I hope will happen between the fans. We need.
That's how we can help the team.
Exactly. And I wish this will happen. And thank you very much, my friend, for joining me. And let's win against Malatya.
Thank you.
And see you in the next episode, people. Peace out.
See ya.